Welcome back everyone, I'm K Plays Games, this is EVE Online. You see a Ferox before you, and that can only mean it's time for another level 3 mission. And the mission we've been handed today is Gone Berserk. This will be very much like the level 4 version which you can find on this channel. It's an absolute turkey shoot, and luckily everything in the mission drops at least some kind of loot, so the Noctis is going to have some fun of his own. The mission is one system away, so minimal travel time. We are being paid 485,000 ISK and 1,383 loyalty points for completing this mission, with an additional 447,000 if we complete it within 3 hours and 14 minutes. Now the 3 hours and 14 minutes kind of puts it in the mid tier of missions. It's very difficult to say how difficult a mission is because the variance in difficulty is huge. One way you can do it is to look at the time bonus. If it says 6 hours, then the game considers it to be the more difficult missions. This one is 3 hours 14, so mediocre. So let's click accept and go and cause some mayhem, shall we? They made it safe and sound, one system over. It's as to be expected in high security space, I suppose. As usual, we'll just turn on the shield hardeners, we'll make a decision about what to do with the tracking computer once we land on grid. This mission is a single pocket, I believe it's an open pocket. I don't think there's going to be a acceleration gate, we'll soon find out. Yep, it's just an open dead space pocket, and all the enemies will warp in. Here they are. So we'll just turn on the tracking computer because they're at a decent range. And you will notice they're in 3 distinct groups. These have branching groups, so when we have destroyed this middle group, it will spawn in more bad guys, and then once we've killed them, it will spawn in more. So it's usually best to take out each group and do the trees, so you don't get overwhelmed. The enemies are the equilibrium of mankind. This is the only mission, well, this Gone Berserk is the only mission that they appear in. There are no faction ships for them, there's no real information or lore about them. There we are, we killed the centre group and that caused this spawn down here. So we'll get rid of that spawn. Because if I was to aggress the other 2 groups, we'll just end up with spawns everywhere. Maybe I should have tackled this frigate first, so we'll just put one gun on the frigate. The resistance profile is kind of weird, as is their damage. You see they're doing a mix of kinetic and thermal, even though they're Marian ships, which is weird. And that has spawned this group down here. Luckily nothing seems to be approaching us that quickly. Then their resistance profile is kind of weird. It's like they're shield tanked, kinetic firing Amar ships. Very, very strange. I would quite like to see them fleshed out as a full faction of their own. Give them some of Amar space or something. Do something with them. Okay, these other ones are getting a little close now, so... And we know that this ship and this fit can handle level 4 missions, so I'm not overly concerned about triggering multiple groups at this point. As we see, indeed, everything has dropped at least some kind of loot. Just get rid of that frigate. We'll just open up all the branching paths. I believe this group up here is the final spawn of that particular path. I do believe that Death Knights are the biggest and baddest things that we'll encounter in this mission. Yeah, 110,000 ISK. I'm gonna have to reload. That's annoying. Right, we'll just get rid of all the frigates. And this one, which is just spawned in. Reload. Luckily, hybrid weapons reload in 5 seconds, so that's always nice. And let's smash the frigates. Again, you don't have to move, you just sit here and you just annihilate everything from where you are when you warp in. You do exactly the same thing in the level 4 mission. It is a wonderful little mission. An absolute turkey shoot, and everything drops some loot. It might not be good, but at least it's something. and fairly decent resistances against kinetic and thermal. But they're dying easily enough. Should really bookmark one of these wrecks, I suppose. Just go for one in the middle of the ball. Yeah, nice chill mission. In the level 4 mission, you want to be a little bit careful about what you shoot, because you don't want to spawn all the reinforcement waves at the same time. Level 3, it's not that much of a problem. Because at level 4, obviously the spawns are battleships of increasing nastiness. So you don't really want to meet like a dozen battleships all at the same time. A few cruisers and frigates on this fit is absolutely fine. You could of course form a fleet of just yourself and then use the number keys to tag enemies in the order in which you want to kill them. That helps you keep track of who is in which spawn wave. That's never a bad idea. Right, let's get this frigate next. I see another Death Knight, so that's the end of that other branching path. Yeah, nice little mission this. Should just be these two Death Knights. There we are, job done. Let's go and hand the mission in and bring out the Noctis.
Warp drive active.
And hope we've got enough cargo space to pick all that up. I'm sure we'll be fine. Alright, we're back at the agent. Let's complete the mission. And that was exactly 10 minutes from the moment we clicked accept to the moment we clicked complete. That's pretty good going. Anyway, I'm going to get the Noctis, go and pick up all of that lovely loot, and I shall bring you back when that's been done, and we'll have a look at how much money we made. Alright, the Noctis has been out and done his thing, and the bounty prizes have come in, so let's review what we made. Agent mission pay, 485,000, time bonus of 447,000, bounty 1,684,500, loot and salvage 3,030,000. As we see, we have 58 different loot items because everything dropped at least something. Only one thing is worth keeping. It's this medium smart bomb worth 895,000. Salvage is absolutely appalling because the Equilibrium of Mankind's salvage loot table is terrible. We did get lots of salvage, but it's all absolute trash, and it's worth a total of 194,000 in total, so that's not very good. But when we add this to the 1,383 loyalty points we got for doing that mission, multiply those by 1,000, add them on to everything else, we get a total of just over 7 million ISK, which isn't too bad for 10 minutes work. Over the course of an hour, if we run that mission 6 times, that would be 42 million an hour. That's about medium, so that's what we thought, because this was a medium difficulty mission. So that was fun. Come back and see what mission we get next time, and until then, do look after yourself, and I'll speak to you again soon.